Kurt, what's a veto?
Well, Taylor Krieg, it's the right to reject actions in which they disagree on.
Did you know that?
Did you know that the General Assembly provides a forum in which member nations can debate on issues or concerns?
Now you know.
Russia and the USSR have a combined total of 123 vetoes since 1945. The USSR and Russia have both been members of the United Nations at one point in time. The USSR first took their seat in 1945, but then in the early 1990s, they soon ended, whereas then Russia came in 1991. They were both permanent members. The ambassador right now is Vitaly Churkin. The USSR collapsed in the early 1990s. 11 of the 12 members of the Commonwealth of Independent States signed a declaration on December 21st, 1991, agreeing that member states of the Commonwealth support Russia in taking over the USSR membership in the United Nations, including permanent membership in the Security Council. Back to you, Tay-Tay!
The United Kingdom has been a permanent member of the United Nations since its first session in 1946. Since then, they've used 32 vetoes. The United Kingdom is a unitary state governed under a constitutional monarchy and a parliamentary system with its seat of government in the capital city of London. It is a country in its own right and consists of 4 countries: England, Northern Ireland, Scotland, and Wales, each with varying powers. Back to you, Kurt.
China. China has used 6 vetoes in its time being since 1945 as a permanent member of the United Nations. China's seat in the United Nations was originally occupied by the Republic of China, ROC, from October 24th, 1945 to November 24th, 1971, but has since been occupied by the People's Republic of China, PRC. The representatives of the PRC first attended the United Nations, including the United Nations Security Council, as China's representatives on November 25th, 1971, replacing the ROC delegates. On other news, also on China, President Franklin Roosevelt has acknowledged China's war effort in World War II and stated his desire to allow China to play its proper role in maintaining peace and prosperity in the world, even though China was not socially influential or militarily strong. Back to you!
France has been a permanent member of the United Nations since 1945. Since then, they've used 18 vetoes. Their ambassador to this day is Gerard Araud. France uses veto power to veto resolution to resolve the Suez Canal crisis in 1956. In 2002, France threatened to veto Resolution 1441 on the then-upcoming 2003 Iraq War. Back to you, Kurt.
The United States, our fellow neighboring country. The United States has used a total of 82 vetoes in its time being as a United Nations member, as a permanent United Nations member. Shortly after the establishment of the United Nations, the United States came into conflict with another member of the Security Council. Since the Soviet Union was a permanent member of the United Nations Security Council, it had the power to veto any binding UN resolution. In fact, Soviet Foreign Minister and UN Ambassador Vyacheslav Motorotov used veto power twice as often as any other permanent member, earning him the title Mr. Veto as his nickname. But since 1991, the United States has been the world's dominant military, economic, social, and political power in the world. That's all! Azerbaijan.
Germany.
Guatemala.
India.
Morocco.
Pakistan.
Togo.
South Africa.
Portugal. Canada did 3 main things to support the United Nations. Worked on development projects. They helped build dams, schools, and roads. Aided refugees from war or natural disaster.
Do I know how to say mall? Say mall, say mall, say mall, say mall, say mall.